The Blueprint Hustle, the Part 1, Rock Bottom and Blueprints. In a crumbling apartment in Newark, New Jersey, Aiden Cole, 26, sat on the floor surrounded by eviction notices and empty ramen packets. Once a star architecture student, Aiden dropped out of college 2 years ago when his father died and the debt mountain collapsed over his dreams. He used to sketch skyscrapers, not dodge collection agencies. But tonight, between broken dreams and coffee-stained blueprints, Aiden stared at an old drawing he made in his sophomore year, a community innovation hub built from shipping containers. Maybe this isn't over, he whispered. He snapped a photo of the sketch and uploaded it on Reddit under the thread Unrealized Architecture Ideas. He didn't expect anything, but by morning, 7,400 upvotes. And one DM, love this concept. Could be great for inner city startups. Ever thought about making it real? Cam Detroit. Part 2, the first $1,000. Cam was a 35-year-old social entrepreneur trying to revitalize abandoned spaces in Detroit. After a 30-minute call, they agreed to partner. Cam would scout land. Aiden would refine the plan. But Aiden had one problem: $0. He pawned his gaming setup, worked nights delivering pizzas, and by the end of 2 weeks, scraped together $1,000, just enough to build a 3D model, launch a one-page website, and start cold emailing city councils and nonprofits. His first pitch: build a future for forgotten neighborhoods using forgotten materials. Emails went unanswered. Days passed. Then, one bite. A local Detroit nonprofit invited them to pitch in person. Aiden borrowed his cousin's suit, caught a $49 Greyhound, and stood inside a church basement pitching to 5 skeptical faces. When he was done, the room was silent. Then one woman spoke. "You've got fire. We've got land. We'll fund the prototype." Part 3, the first build. They were given an old parking lot in East Detroit and a $30,000 grant. Aiden lived on site in a tent. He and Cam hired 2 ex-cons, 3 college dropouts, and a retired electrician. For 2 months, they welded, drilled, painted, and prayed. The neighborhood watched with cautious curiosity. Every morning, Aiden held a 10-minute team vision meeting, reminding them, we're not just building walls, we're building hope. By November, it was complete. The Brick Box, a sleek, solar-powered 5-container co-working and community space. Opening day, a local high school jazz band played. Over 200 people came, city council members, students, startups, and Channel 7 News. That night, the story went viral. Headline: From Homeless to Visionary, How One Dropout is Rebuilding the American Dream in a Parking Lot. Part 4, the Hustle Scales. In the next 6 months, Aiden and Cam built 4 more brick boxes across Michigan and Ohio. Investors came knocking. Series A, $1.5 million. Aiden formed Blueprint Hustle Inc. The mission: transform abandoned urban lots into startup villages using shipping containers. But with money came pressure. Venture capital wanted returns. Aiden wanted impact. He refused to replace steel with cheaper plastic. He wouldn't outsource to China. He wanted ex-cons, veterans, single moms to build the future. If they build it, they believe in it. Investors grumbled, but then a twist. Elon Musk tweeted, "This brickbox concept is genius. Modular impact, American made. Love it." Stock of competitors dropped. Blueprint Hustle soared. Part 5, the fall and rise. 2 years in, Aiden was CEO of a 40-person company, had contracts in 8 states, and was featured on Forbes 30 Under 30. Then came the storm. A tornado hit their Tulsa site. 1 container collapsed. A young volunteer was injured. Bad headlines followed. Regulators swarmed. Insurance stalled. Clients backed out. Aiden stared at the lawsuit papers in disbelief. Then Cam called. We either pivot or perish. They restructured, introduced safety innovations, insurance plans, and a national certification program for container architecture. 6 months later, they were back, but different, humbled, wiser, and stronger. Part 6, 10 years later. Aiden stood on stage at MIT's Future of Cities conference. Behind him, a slideshow of 200-plus brickbox hubs across 22 cities. He looked out at the crowd. 10 years ago, I was broke, broken, and on blueprint paper. I didn't build this alone. My team did. The dreamers, the welders, the believers. The crowd stood. Applause thundered. Afterward, a teenage girl came up and said, I'm going to start my own hustle. If you could do it from nothing, maybe I can too. Aiden smiled. That's the whole point. The end.